Major Slack Videos.
Hey, welcome back to Major Slack Videos, here first stop for titillating tactical Elden Ring gameplay. This is Gamer Slack down there in the trenches behind the gun, and MC Dub Slack here in the rear with the gear on the microphone. And we are here in Sealed Tunnel. We are after 3 Smithing Stone 6 and at least 1 Smithing Stone 5. We may get lucky and get another one. And we're also after the Miner's Bell Bearing 2. The Smithing Stones Miner's Bell Bearing 2, which will allow us to buy as many Smithing Stones 3 and 4 as we like. And I'm just preparing my loadout here. The most important thing is to hook up the dagger with Golden Vow on it, which will bump up our damage on the Great Glintstone Shard. Okay, so dagger with Golden Vow and the Meteorite Staff and the bow. And hit this rock right here to the west, and it'll open up an invisible wall. Cast Golden Vow, and this will give you just enough damage to one-shot all these miners with the Great Glintstone Shard. Okay, one-shot all these miners. Just cast out 1 Great Glintstone Shard, and they're a baked cookie. Okay, and I'm turning on my lamp, and this is a Smithing Stone 5. And then we're going to go backstab this Vulgar Militia. I don't usually grab this. I'm going to backstab this Vulgar Militiaman here with the Ore Blade. That should one-shot him. No problem. And then circle around, roll through the debris, go up top here, and grab this Golden Rune 5 here, and then go down and grab these Smithing Stone Miner's Bell Bearing 2. Hit that rock there, and that's an invisible wall, and take the elevator down. I'm going to jump off the corner just as soon as it passes the log right now. Jump off and grab another Smithing Stone 5 and make a running jump off here. Not a sprinting jump, a running jump. And then just drop down here and drop down here. Send the elevator back up because we're going to be engaging in a bit of dangerous business, and if you blow it, you may have to speed run back. And if you're going to speed run back, it's better to have the elevator already up there. Okay, hit another invisible wall here, and in this area, you're going to take out a whole bunch of Vulgar Militiamen using the bow. Horn bow. Cast Golden Vow that give you just enough damage to one-shot them if you do a headshot. Now do exactly what I'm doing here. Go to the corner where the candle is. Aim. You can barely see this guy, but there is this. Aim for his head. Mighty shot. Headshot. Instant kill. Same thing with this guy. He's glowing. He's got glowing eyes. It's going to pay big. And make sure you get this guy right here before you continue. Headshot, mighty shot, instant kill. Alright? Go along this branch here. And same thing with this guy. Headshot, mighty shot, instant kill. Don't worry about the other guy yet. And carefully drop down here. And you're going to switch over to your Ore Blade. And this guy down the tunnel here, he always throws a smoke bomb, which is completely useless. So you have time to rush right up on him and cast Gravitas. One shot should kill him instantly, and grab a Stone Sword Key. Those smoke bombs are just totally useless. Alright, and now we're going to backstab the final Vulgar Militiaman guy on the platform here. After getting the Gold Pickle Foul Foot, which is very important. So sneak right up on him, and press the attack button when you get close. Make sure you come to a full stop before you do that, otherwise you won't get a sneak attack. And that's it. Now there's a bit of dangerous business here. We have to sucker an Abductor Virgin over to break a statue which has the 3 Smithing Stone 6. Basically you want to harass him with the bow a little bit, just using regular arrows. You're going to drop down here, and make sure you got your Sacrificial Twig in one of your talisman slots, so if you blow it, you won't lose all your money. And there's the Abductor Virgin coming around. And what I want to do is harass him into making a certain move. What he's going to do is going to open up his doors, but he didn't do it. This is just a regular move where he just kind of rolls towards you. Your reaction is the same no matter what. As soon as he gets close, roll off to the right in a diagonal direction. Once again, roll diagonally off to the right at the last minute. Okay? And you'll always escape his attacks. Now typically this attack where he just kind of rolls slowly towards you does not break open the statue. But on a hunch I decided to check it anyways. Because I was going to go back and try it again, and I was thinking, I wonder if he actually broke open the statue. This is very rare. And I went and checked it with the telescope. And you can always tell if the statue is broken because you see the head's broken off. And you see a little glint of light coming out of it. Yeah, see, it's broken. So it was successful. But the move you're looking for is he opens up his doors and you see his red interior. He drops down his wheels and then he rushes forward very quickly. That's the move that always breaks the statue. The move that he did there, where he just kind of rolls slowly towards that, it's really rare that he breaks the statue doing that. So now, once you've gotten that down, like you've gotten him to break open the statue, now we're just going to kill him using Great Glintstone Shard. This should do him in no problem. And like I said, if you blow it, you got your sacrificial twig. It'll be used up. You get all your money back. If you feel really nervous about it, spend all your money. What do we spend our money on? Slack. Leveling up intelligence. And if you have any money left over, spend it on fire arrows or regular arrows. And then come back and attempt it again. So basically got one do-over with the sacrificial twig. And then if you blow it again, you just have to... Well, I would spend all my money first. And get the goodies here. Somber Smithing Stone 5. After you killed the abductor version. Gamer Slack is just tearing through this. This we don't need, that's multiplayer. And finally, the statue, which is broken. 3 Smithing Stone 6. That's very important. So we can get the hornbow up to plus 16. If you're running for this ladder in a panic, make sure you hit the left slot, the left side of the ladder. This ladder's kind of glitchy. If you go straight to the center of the ladder, you won't be able to grab it. Go to the left side of the ladder and you'll be able to grab it. Okay? There we go. So now we got 8 Smithing Stones 6 and 4 Smithing Stones 5. So we can bring the hornbow up to plus 16. And that's it. That's all we're going to do here. If you go deeper into this tunnel, there's a point of no return where you have to do the boss fight in order to escape the tunnel. There's no other way. Unless you use Memory of Grace to spend all your money to get back to the last set of grace. But we're not going to do that. Okay, so back out we go. And we're going to head to the round table and level up the hornbow. At least I think that's what Gamer Slack is going to do. I recorded this about a week ago. And we got a lot of golden runes to cash in as well.
Well, I took you no matter to lay out your own.
Yep. Okay, sell off all the golden runes. Could sell those Grace Mimics too. I don't know why I didn't sell them. I'll probably sell them later. And blasphemy of blasphemies. I sold the Beast Crest Eater shield. I never do that. Don't worry, you can sell that. We don't need it. But it's a good shield, and I kind of have a general rule in Elden Ring: never sell any armor or weapons unless it's absolutely necessary. Because you don't really get much money for them. Anyways, level up intelligence up to 36. And I'm going to go back to my regular loadout: Meteoric Oreblade and the Hornbow. Or sorry, Meteoric Oreblade and the Meteorite Staff. Now we're going to go for the Ritual Sword Talisman, which increases your attack damage on most anything, as long as your health is at full. As long as you have full health. So back to the Altus Plateau Site of Grace. Gonna wait till daytime, and then we're gonna go to the Lux Ruins to the north, which is full of some considerably dangerous demi-humans. Make sure you have a couple of sleep pots ready to go, and the gold pickled fowl foot, because we're going to be doing a boss fight. Queen Gilka. This is going to be a cakewalk. Actually, the enemies outside are more... There's these little demi-humans with daggers. They're actually more dangerous than the Queen Gilka boss fight. I've died to them so many times. Okay, so everybody's going down with the Great Glintstone Shard. Should be able to one-shot them. Don't need any buffing or anything. As you proceed through here, just keep tapping your lock-on button so that you can grab these guys hiding in the bushes. And when you grab them with your lock-on, do them in with Great Glintstone Shard. And then we're just going to proceed to the north up the hill. Keep tapping your lock-on, looking for any demi-humans hiding. And this guy, we're going to sneak up behind him. Guy with the big club. Backstab. Instant kill. Now there's a guy on the stairs. This guy here, extremely dangerous. Usually I cast out a whole bunch of magic glint blades, because you can spam out a whole bunch before the first one even hits. So by the time he starts rushing you, he's almost dead. It's the best way to take care of him. Don't use Great Glintstone Shard because he'll rush you. And these guys, Great Glintstone Shard, one over this guy as well. Okay, now before you go up the stairs, I'm going to cut off to the left here. Because what happens is, if you go into the ruins, this guy on the left always wakes up and he sneaks around and like kind of like sneaks up behind you. It gets me every time. Really sneaky bugger. So take care of him. And there's another one over here. I think it's one of those dagger guys. And make sure you take care of this guy too. Okay, and once those guys are down, get your sleep pot ready. We're going to have a little bit of fun here. We're going to rush in and roll out. Just rush in just a little bit. Just to get everybody excited. Just a little bit. And then roll back out. And then just throw the sleep pot. You don't even have to aim it. Just free throw it. And everybody falls asleep. Nighty night. Go in. Cast Gravitas. Wipes everybody out. Who loves it? Slack loves us, that's right. And don't you forget it. Love doing that. And guard counter on these guys with Meteoric Bar Blade. And I forgot to tell you, you should equip the Assassin's Crimson Dagger. These guys here. Do not underestimate these guys. They've got a grab attack that is just devastating. They'll wipe out half your health, you'll fall down, then they come at you with their dagger. They can often just kill you. Just outright kill you. Those little guys with their daggers. More dangerous than the boss. This will give us a Somber Smithing Stone 3. This, Ash of War Shield Crash. I'm not sure if we're going to use that, but it's right there. This is another one of these deadly demi-human dagger guys. Treat with kid gloves. This guy should be able to do a guard counter. Lock on, shield up. Strong attack as soon as he hits you, you knock him out. Stab him. And here's where I finally remembered to use the Assassin's Crimson Dagger after it's all over. Duh. Oh well. Better late than never. And now we're going to do the Queen Gilka boss fight. Make sure you got a sleep pot ready to go. And we're going to do him in with Rock Sling. And use Banish Night Angle, I believe. Kind of forgetting what we have already. Yep, Banish Night Ankle. And then throw that sleep pot. Puts him to sleep and cut off to the right. Into the corner. He falls asleep. And then spam out that rock sling. He's not going to stand a chance. Not going to stand a chance because by the time he wakes up, the rock slings will knock him out again. Sorry, it's a she. She's not going to stand a chance. Here, that's it. Easiest boss fight in the world. And this will reward us. Oh yeah, don't forget to take a Gold Pickle Foulfoot. You should take that before you go in. I forgot to take it, and I took it at the end, but still got the money for it. And here is the Ritual Sword Talisman. Plus 10% attack power, as long as your health is 99% or better. That's what it says in the official game guide. As long as you're at full health, you get 10% extra damage on pretty much anything you're using. Melee weapon, whatever. Okay, and more points into intelligence. And I'm just short of leveling up again, so I just want to go out here and kill a couple of demi-humans, get the money, and come back and level up yet again. A couple of demi-humans to do it. Okay, that should be enough to level up again, back to the site of grace. And more points into intelligence again. Okay, so now we're at, nope. Yeah, now we're at 38, that's important. Okay, now watch on the map very carefully where I put the beacon. It's like a little crack in the topography. So pause the video, that crack right there. See that crack? That black crack? It looks random, I'm doing it very quickly, but I know exactly where I want to put the beacon. So put the beacon, pause the video and study where I put the beacon and put it exactly there. That's going to mark a spirit spring that we can take up to a higher level in the Mount Gelmir district. And here I'm just doing something I never do. I'm trying to kill sheep on the fly with a meteoric orb blade. I've never done this before, so I'm trying to figure out a procedure, and I missed every time. So this is probably why I never do this, because the meteoric orb blade is really poor for this kind of thing. And I'm going down here, sorry, I'm getting behind. Down here we're going to get the Great Shield Talisman. Just do exactly what I'm doing. There we go, Great Shield Talisman. This will reduce the amount of stamina damage you take when you're guarding with your shield and somebody hits you. Every time you get hit while you're guarding with your shield, it uses up stamina. And when all your stamina is gone, your shield goes flying off to the side and you get staggered. So the Great Shield Talisman will slow that process down. Get the golden seed there and make sure you hit up this site of grace. And now we're going to go for that beacon that we said earlier. Swing and a miss. I missed them all. Like I said, I've never done this before. I was just kind of like, you know, experimenting. Here's using a strong attack. Give it up, Slack. It's not important. That, like I said, I was just fucking around. Pardon my French. Alright, so going straight for the beacon. When we get near, you're going to veer off to the left there so you can jump up on the little ledge there. Here's a little too high, so you're going to have to go out to the left here a little bit. Jump here. And off the left here. And here's the spirit spring. Press the jump button and go way up. And there's another spirit spring off to the left. Right here. Just ignore the wolves. And take this one way up. And now you see a bridge. Cut across the left over the bridge. In the next area here, typically I would speed run through to the ladder, which will take us up top. But I think that's a little too dangerous for what I'm trying to do with this walkthrough. And all these abductor virgins in this area are actually worth 2,800 runes each. Kill 4 or 5 of them, and that's another level right there. That's another free level. So that's what I'm gonna do. It takes about 3 or 4 minutes. It's like, you know, you can't get better bang for your buck at this point of the game. Okay, so when I set your flasks to go heavy on the FP, I would say 2 and 8, 2 health, 8 FP. Although there are a lot of enemy group refills here, but yeah, you want lots of magic use. Okay, and here you want the Ritual Sword Talisman and definitely the Gold Scarab Talisman. These two soldiers here, I'm just gonna rock sling them to death. Just because it's a lot of fun. Total overkill. Total overkill. And you should get an enemy group refill there for that, and I got a Smithing Stone 4 out of it, bonus. Okay, so here's our first abductor virgin. I forgot to hook up the the Arrow's Reach Talisman, which will extend the range of the rock sling. I eventually remember. There we go. Attaboy slack. Here's a good slack. There we go. So you see how much further the rock slings go now. We can reach all the way to that abducted virgin down there. There you go. 2,800 runes. Just for killing one of those guys. Almost 3,000 runes for each one of these abducted virgins. And get some goodies there. This is a little risky here. Sometimes the guy will shoot out his wheels and they may, operative word, may be able to reach you up here. But that rarely happens, but it can happen. So make sure you spam out those rock slings hard. No quarter. Count your shots and refill FP as soon as you're empty. And I forgot to mention, go up the exact same slopes that I'm going up. Okay, so I switched over to the Ritual Sword Talisman because the next abducted virgin, we don't need range, we need power. Okay, so I'm trying to sucker him over. I went over his way, and then go up this long slope here. Here you're perfectly safe. Up here he can't get you. Okay, so the other one's coming over, that's good. And same thing with this guy. We don't need the range for the arrow's reach, so hook up that Ritual Sword Talisman for some extra damage on your rock sling. And if he's close, you can even throw some Great Glintstone shards too. Okay, got an enemy group refill for that. Here I'm back to the Arrow's Reach Talisman because he can go figure, he ends up coming close. But you know, it's a judgment call. If he's close, use the Ritual Sword Talisman. If he's far away, use the Arrow's Reach Talisman, and depending on what spell you're using. If he's really close like this, I would just use Great Glintstone Shard. And that's it. There we go. So that's like almost a free level right there. Like I said, you can't get better bang for your buck at this point in the game. So do it. And the ladder that we want to take up, we can now, is right here, in between the two fires, and we can take it up freely. If you make a speed run for that ladder without killing the abductor virgins, there's a good chance you won't make it. I wouldn't say a good chance. You often make it, but it's like, you know, sometimes they rush the ladder, and even if you're like a third of the way up the ladder, they can still reach with their wheelie thingies and knock you off. They'll stun you the first time, and then they'll do it again and knock you off, and it's a real pain in the arse when they do that. I hate when that happens. So, yeah. Kill them, get the money, then take the ladder up at your leisure. At the top, cut to the left, hit up this site of grace, and we're going to loot the graveyard, and then go to the very top where there's going to be a wolf. Kill the wolf with the Great Glintstone Shard, and you're going to get a Somber Smithing Stone 6, which is the whole point of this run. But also to set ourselves up for a good position for the Gelmer's Heroes Grave run. Strike that the Gelmer's Heroes, what's it called? Gelmer Heroes Grave. I think that's called Gelmer Heroes Grave. Anyways, up here, find the chair. There's a wolf guarding it. And grab your Somber Smithing Stone 6. Now we can go back to the round table and upgrade the Meteoric Ore Blade to +6. So really getting up there now with our weapons. And I was just killing it this run. It's great. I love watching gamers slack. I have to do this every once in a while to get in touch with my inner gamer, if you will. Yeah, I was laser focused in this run. Okay, so Meteoric Orblade up to +6 and the Hornbow up to +16. I forgot to do that earlier, but I didn't really need it. And that is the end of this run. One more thing to do is level up the intelligence again. Up to 39. Alright, and that's it. Thanks a lot for watching. My name is Major Slack, and I definitely approve this video. If you do too, please give the old Slacks their big old thumbs up, post a comment, and most importantly, subscribe to make sure you get all my videos hot off the press. Alright, see you next time for some more Elden Ring Express. Hey guys, real walkthroughs like these are an endangered species here on YouTube. For a complete lowdown on the YouTube video game walkthrough scene, check out my Patreon page and please consider making a donation to yours truly, Major Slack, to help keep real walkthroughs alive on YouTube. You can donate as little as $1. That's $1, that's all. That's all it takes. Alright? Thanks a lot. Really appreciate it.